So we are Boost Money, boost your credit score, boost your savings, boost your finances, Boost Money. That's our brand as well as our web URL. I'm Prashant Paliwal, this is my second venture. In previous life, I launched QuickBooks Online for India after returning to India right after my MBA from Sloan and launched Flipkart Marketplace. I was managing Yogi's business. Fintech business for APAC is when I realized the huge data aggregation problem in Asia, and that's when I launched my first startup, Finbit.io. Finbit.io was live in 4 countries, including India. We built the first open banking technology, account aggregator stack, and so on. We were acquired by Yodlee. Boost Money is where what I learned at Finbit, where when you go deep into a bank transaction data, you get so many insights. And that is when I started thinking about the next venture, post my exit. We have just been selected by FinBlue, which is a top government accelerator, and Sunil is our advisor who heads the BC Federation in India. The problem here is credit score is broken even in the West. This is West, right? Democrats and Republicans saying that it is broken. Experian, who's a world leader, who's a leading bureau in the world, launched Experian Boost for US market, which helps the US consumers. While you have about 400 US consumers, 400 million US consumers, you have just around 50% of those suffering from credit issues. And this is what Experian is solving, 10+ million downloads and so on. While this is India, where credit score doesn't even make sense. While you have Pasa Bazaars and Bank Bazaars, everyone acquiring customers on free credit score. This is India. 1 billion bank accounts, but only around 200 million people with some credit history. This is a number, 22 million credit inquiries a month comes from a bureau partner. I'm working with the bureau because I know that to solve this, I have to really benchmark my data with the bureau. One bureau alone in India gets around 22 million credit inquiries a month. More than 60% of those are zilch. You cannot make sense because either that person doesn't have a credit score or it is broken. So the other thing about credit chain is that you cannot dispute it. You cannot even update your credit data in real time. This entire chain is broken. That's where we have a private blockchain solution to help update your real data and so on. This is RBI, just hot off the press, finding all the major bureaus in India just around disputes itself. So the vision that we are really building is we will make you money rich. You are already data rich, you come onto the platform, you share your data with your consent, we score you, we analyze your data, and we get you going. So essentially a boost score for every Indian. That's how we are starting. But from day one, this time we have built a global platform. How? We are aggregating on the left hand side. So we are partnering with all the aggregators, including my previous company Finbit.io. And now everything is all about data science in the middle, making sense of data and then scoring and then serving all kinds of financial services on top of it. Our business model, B2B2C. So we have 15+ commitments with large banks, NBFCs, with whom we are working on a current pilot. We are pre-revenue right now, but we plan to monetize what we call Boost Reports. That's a first product, and then everything else will follow. Okay, I have a minute left. Imagine you guys use payment gateways, Razorpay. Imagine a Boost SDK at real-time checkout. That's how I envision Boost Money. Imagine a real-time RuPay credit card issuance. We are actually working very, very closely with the regulators on assisted account aggregator use cases to solve some of this problem. We are working with 2 major bureaus in India on our Hyperledger Fabric-based dispute management system as well as updation of data in real time. So today, for example, when you pay a credit card bill, it is lagged by 30 days. When it really goes and impacts your credit score. It's all broken. So all that is going to happen in real time. We are right now in pilots with our customers. This was done before. Okay, this is where it's interesting on the left-hand side. Yeah, is where we have done integration with Plaid for US market, as well as all the other aggregators for India market. Some slides in appendix. Yeah. Questions? Yeah. Yeah.
Have you done any consumer psychology analysis on willingness to pay?
Yes.
To keep a good score?
Completely. Yes. So in fact, I'm a product guy at heart, and yeah. So this is a boost report that a consumer gets. Your journey starts with your credit score. So in fact, our monetization. So this is where on the B2B2C side. So we have worked with a bunch of NBFCs as well as. Yeah.
My question, have you done a consumer psychology analysis?
Yes.
On willingness? So that's what I was.
Yes. So any consumer is willing to pay up to $1 to get their score fixed as well as score disputed essentially. Yes. Yeah.
Where's your revenue expected to come from? The boost reports, from or the enhancement of the credit score, or from the other transactions that you're doing?
Primarily boost reports. Yeah. So we plan to monetize this. What you're seeing here. This is a real-time boost report, a very comprehensive analysis of all your accounts. Everything powered by our data science right here is monetized for around $1. Yes.
So a consumer comes, buys the report, and finds that the score actually has gone down now.
Exactly.
Do you have a regulatory obligation to report that to your credit partners or anything like that?
So that's where we are working with one major bureau on this entire problem set. Absolutely. So you come in, you add your bank transaction data via account aggregator, via open banking, and then we score you essentially. Yes.
But then you're obliged to report it back to the bureau.
Actually, we are working in partnership with the bureau. So our first go-to-market, the score benchmarking itself is happening in bed with the bureau. Yes.
Is that a deterrent to the consumer?
I'm sorry?
The outcome is my credit rate can go up, can go down. The possibility that it can go down is a deterrent to your product.
Well, so what we have seen in our early tests and pilots with multiple consumers is that when you look at the bank transaction data, when you look at the actual cash flow instead just of the credit history, it gives you a much better marker of your overall financial profile. So that's where consumers are ready. And this is a very recent GPT-based POC that we have just completed, where you can interact with your own data, but in your own privacy. Yes.
And how are you driving partnerships? So you're all dependent on data that you get through partnerships, right?
Great question. So from a go-to-market perspective, we are primarily B2B initially. So based on my background, Finbit used to power 100 plus B2B fintechs and lenders in Asia. So we are working with them to get Boost SDK integrated and so that we go live. I'm about to do my seed round. So as soon as I close my seed, then we will turn on the B2C. So it's like every consumer will get a free Boost account on day one, and then on the B2C side there's a potential to cross-sell, upsell all kinds of services, including FDs and saving and whatnot. Yeah.
What's the potential you see?
Sure. So the market is right here. Okay, I'll just take you through this right here. All the bureaus in India alone is operating in that very tiny segment of 200 million people.
Well, I'll just give you the number of revenue. I know we don't have time. I get the point you're trying to go 200 to 1 billion. What's the amount? What's the value of revenue that you would achieve?
Okay, sure. So I think in first year, within next 12 months, we are targeting $1 million to $2 million in revenue. And again, this is just purely based on what I've seen in my previous journey. But I think I have a chart here. So we are purely going to be generating these score reports, right? So focusing on that. So I believe by 2024, we should be able to generate at least around 100 million score reports on our platform.